Today we're going to talk about the Black Death, which was the bane and one of the biggest epidemic of the 14th century. The most believed theory of the origin of the Black Death, or the Bubonic Plague, was that it was first seen in the country of China, a massive trade route city at the time, but some studies show that it may be spotted in the Gobi Desert or near southern Russia near the Caspian Sea. The Bubonic Plague spread from European black rats and the fleas that feasted upon them. After the rat population died from the disease, the fleas had no choice now but to prey on other species, the humans. The rat fleas, containing infected rat blood, transferred the bubonic plague to humans through the use of biting. The plague first arrived in Europe from a trade ship that was coming back from a ship that was in an already heavily affected China. The ship then arrived in Sicily, Italy, a heavy trade-based island. The ship held lots of dead passengers and sailors who were already affected by the bubonic plague that was spread to the wandering European black rats. Then the dead bodies infected the locals that were carrying out the dead and sick. Then began one of the most deadliest plagues, killing spree. The now panicked and chaotic island of Sicily, Italy, became an unwelcoming and inhumane place that did not sign wills for the dying and sick. Doctors refused to treat or touch the sick that were infected with the plague. Family members then left the sick to rot and die alone in fear of getting infected. Sicily, Italy had now been named the Plague Bringers. The rest of Europe then blamed Italy and labeled them off as the ones who bring the plague. The rest of Europe started to fear the Italians and killed off Italian travelers and merchants. The rest of Europe tried with futile efforts to stop the spread, but in the end it still spread northward and to the rest of Europe. During this period of chaos and panic, people came to religion to seek relief. People killed other religions such as people who followed Jerusalem or Jews, and other religions that weren't Catholic or Christian. The rich thought of this as a punishment caused by them, and they went and did a public whipping of themselves or by others with belts that were lined with sharp metal in order to calm the punishment. The symptoms of the bubonic plague was the blackening of the hands and boils full of pus, blood, and other secretions of the body, and necrosis rotting into skin. People thought that they could escape the effects of the plague by moving to the countryside, where it was not so populated with people, and the disease could not effectively spread. But in the end, the plague followed them, and they too infected the rest of the community. The farm animals like cows, chickens, pigs, etc. were also infected by the plague, and also died. At the time, there was no cure for the plague, and it had a mortality rate of 80% if it was not treated. Bacillus pestis was later discovered as the cause of the bubonic plague. The plague then ended when all the infected died off, and the rats were no more.